President Donald Trump is denying he's concerned about the infamous Trump Tower meeting attended by his son, claiming it was totally legal and done all the time in politics, while adding, "I did not know about it. Fake news reporting, a complete fabrication, that I am concerned about the meeting my wonderful son, Donald, had in Trump Tower. This was a meeting to get information on an opponent, totally legal and done all the time in politics, and it went nowhere. I did not know about it," he wrote on Twitter Sunday morning. He then pivoted to his favorite attack line on the special counsel Robert Mueller's probe of Russia's role in the 2016 election, calling it a witch hunt. Why aren't Mueller and the 17 angry Democrats looking at the meetings concerning the fake dossier and all of the lying that went on in the FBI and DOJ? This is the most one-sided witch hunt in the history of our country. Fortunately, the facts are all coming out, and fast, he wrote. Trump and his allies have used the unverified dossier written by former British spy Christopher Steele and the composition of Mueller's team to argue the investigation is tainted. However, documents released last month related to the FBI's investigation of former Trump campaign advisor Carter Page show federal agents used other sources besides the Steele dossier to press for the warrant against Page. And Mueller is a registered Republican appointed by a Republican deputy attorney general to head the investigation. The president got in one final attack in his Twitter rant, slamming the media for their reports on the investigation. Too bad a large portion of the media refuses to report the lies and corruption having to do with the rigged witch hunt, but that is why we call them fake news, he wrote. Trump tends to call news stories he doesn't like fake news. The tweets on Sunday were the president's response to reports from Saturday that he was fuming publicly and privately about Mueller's Russia probe and was getting concerned that his son, Donald Trump Jr., could become entangled in it. One of the president's attorneys, Jay Sekulow, said Trump Jr. has not been told he's a target of the investigation. "I don't represent Don Jr., but I will tell you I have no knowledge at all of Don Jr. being told that he's a target of any investigation, and I have no knowledge of him being interviewed by the special counsel," Sekulow said on ABC's This Week. Trump has reportedly told several of his advisors and friends that he's worried the investigation could destroy the lives of innocent and decent people, namely his son. Trump Jr. has been under scrutiny by Mueller and his team for his alleged role in organizing a meeting in June 2016 at Trump Towers with a Russian lawyer offering dirt on his father's opponent Hillary Clinton. Jared Kushner and then Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort were also in attendance. Trump Jr. and his attorney have said that the lawyer did not provide damaging information on Clinton, and instead they discussed other matters. Trump Jr. also insists that his father was not aware of the meeting before it happened. According to the Washington Post, a Trump advisor said the president does not think his son broke the law on purpose, but fears he inadvertently may have wandered into legal jeopardy. On Saturday, CNN published a similar report claiming the president is worried Trump Jr. might have exposure in Mueller's investigation in Russia meddling in the election. The outlet claims Trump's increasing concern is one of the reasons he keeps lashing out at Mueller on Twitter. Sources said the president has been concerned for months that the probe could potentially hurt his family, and that's why he continues to attack Mueller. The president also has repeatedly denied he knew about the meeting. His denials increased after reports that his former personal attorney Michael Cohen is prepared to tell Mueller that the president knew about the meeting ahead of time and approved of it. Earlier this week, Trump unleashed on Mueller and the investigation, calling it a rigged witch hunt that is staining our country. Quoting lawyer Alan Dershowitz, Trump wrote, FBI agent Peter Strzok, on the Mueller team, should have recused himself on day one. He was out to stop the election of Donald Trump. He needed an insurance policy. Those are illegal, improper goals, trying to influence the election. He should never, ever been allowed to remain in the FBI while he himself was being investigated. This is a real issue. It won't go into a Mueller report because Mueller is going to protect these guys. Mueller has an interest in creating the illusion of objectivity around his investigation. Trump then added, "This is a terrible situation and Attorney General Jeff Sessions should stop this rigged witch hunt right now before it continues to stain our country any further." Bob Mueller is totally conflicted, and his 17 angry Democrats that are doing his dirty work are a disgrace to USA. Russian collusion with the Trump campaign, one of the most successful in history, is a total hoax. The Democrats paid for the phony and discredited dossier which was, along with Comey, McCabe, Strzok and his lover, The lovely Lisa Page used to begin the witch hunt. Disgraceful, he continued. Sources told both CNN and The Washington Post that Trump has also been fuming about Paul Manafort, his former campaign chairman, who is on trial for bank and tax fraud charges. The Post reports that Trump feels bad for Manafort but doesn't want to be associated with the trial. He is completely outraged by the way Manafort has been treated, with the solitary confinement and all of that, Trump personal attorney Rudy Giuliani told the newspaper. It's obvious to him that they're all but torturing Manafort in order to try to get him to flip.